I like the river because sometimes you can find like very old stuff in it, and it could be very rare.
It's very fascinating because I like the way it ripples. It makes me feel calm.
I don't really like the River Thames because it has like lots of people's rubbish in it, and we drink from the River Thames, which is bad.
It's polluted with plastic and rubbish, which is harming the animals. Recycle more often and don't throw our rubbish in the river because it's not a rubbish bin.
I don't really like the River Thames because the River Thames is getting really dirty and people are littering in it or something's bad happening to it. I think we should start not littering. You have to start recycling.
That there's lots of plastic there, and it makes me feel sad for all the fish that are dying in the water because of all the plastic in there.
Don't treat water like it's your garbage because it isn't. Water does a lot of useful things in your life. It showers you. You can drink from it, and you can wash yourself in it, and you can swim in it.
I like it when it's dark and then the waves just go smooth.
I like the waves when they curve. Waves bashing into each other.
I like the colour of the water because it's really dark and a bit bright.
Yeah, I live across the road from the river, and it's really nice to when I go by it to see like how high or low the river is and how like what the shade of the colours are.
So I like going to the river and like seeing the ripples and watching it. It makes me feel like relaxed. The artist I like is Peter Kent. His artwork is very interesting, and I like it how he draws it with a pencil. It's really fascinating.
He drew like boats and like docks, and he planned it out before he drew it.
There's one artist called Peter Kent that I really like when he does thread art, when he uses all different kinds of sketches, materials, and when he uses particularly lead, because lead gives out a picture and it tells you a story at the same time.
Peter Kent, because I liked him because he didn't just draw in colour, he left some bits plain. He put words and described and showed what it was that he's drawing for people that didn't live near the river. It basically showed people a map that he had drawn of London.
I like Peter Kent as well because like he actually drew the pictures, he actually labelled them to like show us what all the landmarks he's drawn in his pictures are.
Artists are the people who are good at drawing, and then they paint, and they're the people who do the art that you see in walls. Like, so say if you went to the place with lots of art, maybe an artist done it, probably, most likely to be. I saw this guy named Turner. He's an artist and he's famous. And he draws stormy seas with like ships as well.
David Hockney was a famous artist, and he was painting. He uses a special fabric to paint things on windowsills.
So my favourite was it was an artist that made a very colourful stained glass window, and I think it was in a church somewhere. I think it was David Hockney. It was colourful and it really it really like expressed what he was like trying to do.
I remember when we made the river on the second week, and we used the sponge. I think that was my favourite bit because the sponge like helped me create the ripples of the water, which is my favourite bit of the water.
We used pencils to like draw like the ocean and water, and I really like that because when I did it like pencils, I like using pencils because you can make a lot of cool stuff with it, and normally when you use things like paint, it could get like messy.
Our last piece of work with the ocean, because we got to use like different types of materials to do it, and it was quite messy. It gets all over you.
I've been making because we've been talking about water, I've made a water coming out of the sky, heaven, raining down on us, like God rains down mercy on us, and it comes down on the cup that represents people. And this will be going on the church. That's why I've made it like God, people, and he's been showering us and helping us through eternity.
I enjoyed week 2 because when we got to use candles, we like drew swirls, and we drew and we put paint all over it, and it looked really nice after it was a finished piece.
We did wax resist when we used candles, and we drew like circles what looked like waves, and then we painted over it what made it look like the water and then the waves. I like when we have the small papers and then we get to like draw waves on the paper by using different colours.
I liked when we had a big piece of paper and we had to draw something with the river.
I use materials that we paint, and we mixed sand with glue, which makes a sand that you can stick the paper, and it's glue, like sandy glue. Another week we put sheets of tissue paper. We put it on top of white paper and then put water over it and then peeled it off. And then the colour of the material that we used stained onto the white paper.
I think my favourite part was week 8, because I finished my work and I got to see a finished piece of work that I had actually done, and I was really proud of it.